Hello, welcome to 4.2 day 2. Here are our steps and our goals for today. We're going to determine the slope and y-intercept from a line from a table. So we're going to write an equation from a table. First we're going to calculate slope, then we're going to find y when x equals 0. Then we're going to write an equation that looks like y equals mx plus b. All right, here's our vocab. As always, here is our equation. First, we're going to find slope, which is normally our fraction, and then we're going to find that y-intercept, and we find that when x equals 0. When x equals 0, whatever y is, that goes here. So here's my example. So I have to figure out my slope. So I have y equals something x and something. All right, so first let's figure out slope, and that is using our slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and we have to figure that out. So I'm going to pick these two. I'm going to pick the top two. So my y2, these are my x's, these are my y's, y, x, x. This is y1, x1, this is 2, this is 2. My y2 is 630 minus 480 over 20, which is my x2, minus 10. 630 minus 480 is, let me use my handy dandy calculator, and it is 150, so I have 150 over 20 minus 10 is 10. I could divide both of these by 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1, and 150 divided by 10 is 15. So my slope is 15 over 1, or we could just be 15. So we have 15x. Now I got to figure out my y-intercept. So I got to get x to be 0. So to figure out what that is, I'm going to find the pattern in the table on both sides. So I see that this is going plus 10. And plus 10. So to go backwards, I have to minus 10. So down the table, I went plus 10. So to go up, I have to subtract 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. That's what we want. So now I got to figure out what the y is, and this is going to be my y-intercept. So from 480 to 630, if I don't know what that is, I could subtract. So 630, which I already did, but 630 minus 480 is 150. So this is plus 150. So to go backwards, I have to minus 150. And 480 minus 150 is 330. So I have 330. So when x is 0, whatever y is, that's my y-intercept. So I'm going to put plus 330, and that is my final answer. Okay, let's do another one. All right, so we get y equals something, x, something, something. Okay, so let's get our slope first. All right, so let's use this pair and this pair. So y, x, x, these come first, these come second. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 32 minus y1 is 22 over x2 is 4 minus x1 is 2. Okay, 32 minus 22 is 10. 4 minus 2 is 2. I could divide both 10 and 2 by 2, and that is going to get me 5. So this number is going to go right here. So I got 5x, and now I got to figure out my y-intercept. So remember, to find the y-intercept, we got to find the pattern in the table, and I need x equals 0. So from 2 to 4, it's plus 2. 4 to 6 is plus 2. So to go backwards, I'm going to subtract 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. That's what I want. So now whatever answer I get here is going to go right here. So I see 22 to 32 is plus 10. Plus 10. So I got to go backwards. I'm going to minus 10. 22 minus 10 is 12. And that number, as I said, is going to go right down here, plus 12. Now, if this was a negative 12, instead of plus 12, it would be minus 12. Just as an example. Okay, let's do one more. Oh, this one's a nice one. Okay, so let's do y equals something, x plus or minus something. Do you see where I could get my y-intercept already? Here's my hint. When x equals 0, what is y? Do you see an x that equals 0? There it is. When x equals 0, what is y? 1. We don't have to do any math for this one. We're going to put plus 1. Okay, now let's figure out our slope. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 7 minus y1 is 1. x2 is 0, or is 2, minus x1 is 0. 7 minus 1 is 6. 2 minus 0 is 2. I can divide both of these by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So my answer is 3x plus 1. Final answer. Let me know if you have any questions.